Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet, and today we are reading episodes 23 and 24 of Tower of God. So in the last episode, we finally got to see Bomb's team joining in to this bonus challenge that we've been going through. They've been holding back for the last little while, but with this bet that Bomb has made with Anak, they have joined in officially, and they need to win all 3 of the last rounds to not only secure that Bomb gets to keep the Black March, but also to get a Green April, which is Anak's weapon. So we really got to see a lot of Khun and his fighting style, specifically his like super speed that he's got going on, but also this magic briefcase that we've just like discovered. I mean, there's been a lot of mystery around this briefcase leading up to this point when we saw him using it as like a shield and a weapon when he was fighting against some of the people at the beginning of Evan Kell's floor, the little death match thing that was happening. And we also saw that he had trouble taking it with him. So we definitely saw that there was some kind of mystery around it. And I've been wondering about it for a while. It turns out it like duplicates things. It's also like a little bit dimension bendy in that it has the capability of like holding things that are a lot bigger than should naturally fit inside of this briefcase. We saw that when he just like opened up the briefcase and one of the other people trying to get the tower just like got eaten by it, and we never let them back out, and I'm very worried about that. I'm worried that that is something that Khun can do, and I'm worried that we're just like moving on from it. I hope this comes up. I hope we get to like the end, like the official end of this round, and we get to see like this person released from the briefcase, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's cool that it does lots of duplicating tricks. We saw him use that when he duplicated the crown to kind of trick the other teams into thinking they were going to actually capture the crown when in fact he still had it. I don't know if that is something that he will be able to continue to do. I think someone has to wear it. Like that's part of the challenge, is you have to have someone wearing the crown for the rest of the rounds after you win. I'm not sure if they've officially won this round or not. We kind of ended at a bit of an abrupt spot in the last episode, so I don't know if they're done with the round. It looks like some of the teams haven't quite joined in yet. We are still going to get into some of the interesting matchups going on. We still have the mystery team to deal with. We also have this other team with this like knight person and the like girl that he was protecting, and there are a few other fights that are going on. It'll be interesting to see what kind of other teams and abilities come out. We haven't seen a whole lot of Rock in terms of just him kind of being brute strength and using his kind of spear staff thing in quite a good way. Bomb didn't get hurt, and that's kind of a big deal for him, so good for him. We'll see if he ends up sitting on the throne, but let's just get into episode 23. Okay, episode 23. We are back with Khun just being sneaky and also kind of smart with the whole hiding the crown in his bag thing. Look at Shibitsu figuring it all out though. I'm so proud of him for like not necessarily fitting into the stereotype of like, I don't know, kind of like over enthusiastic and optimistic, but a little bit slow-witted character. I don't know, stereotype. And the fact that he's like actually one of the smartest characters is like it's just a nice plus for me as someone who already likes Shibitsu. He's taken off the little flag thing that he has. Is he getting serious? Oh, Bomb is the one on the throne. Look at his little crown. He's so cute. I'm sure that he's gonna like turn into a force to be reckoned with. Maybe I've been saying that for a little while, but maybe that's also just because I'm currently watching Vinland Saga, and Thorfinn used to be really cute. Now, not so much. So maybe I'm just like going through the trauma of that. Oof, look at that. Okay, so he tied his hair back. That usually means that we're getting serious. The serious look in his eyes too. Getting ready for whatever the next part of the round is. Points for enthusiasm though for Rock. Can we just appreciate that he's like in this, he's in his element, you know, now that we're fighting. I like how his hair pulled back, but I mean like I'm definitely team ponytail. We can all see that I am team ponytail, so that might also be part of it. What the bug crustacean of some kind? I mean, you know, could be a lovely person. I am a little bit concerned about the different like races or like creatures in this world, because we haven't fully like just taken a minute to be like, hey, these are the other species besides just like regular humans. So, but okay, weird crustacean thing, sure. So are they banding together again? Of like, they need to like work together to take down Bomb's team and then they can like fight amongst themselves to get the crown? Is that like where everyone's at? Because we've already discussed how the team that has the crown and the throne has the advantage. So it would be like advantageous to make some kind of alliance so that you can pool your resources and your talents and your abilities so that you can go up against this team that already has an advantage. But I mean, the last group also tried that, and Khun and Rock, well, Khun mostly. Rock was there. He did a little bit of fighting, but mostly Khun was able to like deal with it anyway, so I don't know if that's like a plan that'll really work. Oh dear, okay. Fighting has already started. Sure, random bystander character. Who's the sludge person that is attacking people? This character definitely has something going on. I never trust any small innocent looking characters in this comic anymore. Uh-oh, what are we doing? Oh, who's on your side? Do we like them? Are they nice? Are we making friends? I feel like we're not making friends. I feel like that is not where this is going. They all seem to be fighting amongst themselves though, as opposed to making an alliance. So I guess they're not going that route. True. I do remember Khun was like, I don't actually have to do anything. He was just sort of like scouting the competition, walking around, seeing who was around. Did he make alliances with some of them? I'm like having a moment where I'm like, that's true. He was saying that he wanted to make alliances, and we only saw him make an alliance with Bomb and then eventually Rock for like the second part of that challenge, but that doesn't mean that he didn't encounter other people and also ally himself with them. Like, just because we didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Does he have friends? Khun's got that like mastermind stuff going on. I don't know if that makes him like good or evil or somewhere in between, but he definitely has some makings of a master villain kind of vibe, puppet master kind of things going on, which I mean, honestly, I find more intriguing than anything else. You used the bag together, Alec? Did you copy people? Was this the thing that I was talking about before where it's like, can you copy the difference between copying like inanimate objects and then animate objects, or even like organic material versus like non-organic material? Like, is there a difference between like how he can duplicate them? And I thought that when he put the like elongating guy shadow thing into his suitcase, and I was like, are we gonna let him out? Can he now make a duplicate of that person? Did he make a bunch of duplicates of like the different people in the challenge and then just like leave them out to be part of the stages? Is that what happened? Do they have like consciousness then? Because I'm assuming he isn't manipulating them manually, so it's like an exact duplicate down to like their thoughts and their ability to like move and interact and stuff. That's some god power tier stuff. It's a little terrifying, to be honest. I'm a little bit unsettled by Khun at the moment. Is he like bringing them along with the bag? In which case, is that part of the reason why he couldn't get through the Shinsu easily? Because it wasn't just him trying to pass through, he was also trying to like have these other beings pass through. Like, even if he's just like put them in the bag and duplicated them or whatever, like there's a difference between him being able to get his body through the Shinsu and it's another for him to like protect a bunch of other people and get them through. I don't know if I'll get answers for this right away. Ah, that's right. Hung Sung did notice. Did point out something about the bag. Ah, so he had 3 of them in the bag, and that makes up a team, which is convenient. So then he was able to let them out, and they're kind of like a team, but they're not like officially. So he's like brought them through the whole, like the previous challenges, the previous tests, and helped them pass to this point. And now they're helping him out in exchange. Clever. Yeah, but he's gonna use them though for this one because of Bomb and like the fact that if he loses, then Anak is gonna be able to fight him, take his weapon, possibly try to kill him. It's Anak. She's a little bit volatile, so I'm not entirely sure what she would do if Bomb actually lost their bet. I also think to some extent Khun just likes Bomb. And like I've already talked about how I think they're a good contrast to each other, where like Bomb is like overly trusting of people and like trustworthy. Like he has this kind of naivete that makes him very trustworthy and like keeps his word because he's like, what else would I do? Like, why wouldn't I keep my promise? So he's not like manipulative in any kind of way, whereas like Khun expects that kind of behavior and it makes him like not want to trust people. Like remember he was told like not to trust anyone. So I feel like him meeting someone who isn't trying to manipulate him makes Bomb like stick out more to Khun and makes him want to befriend him more. Dang, he like didn't even have to fight. Like none of them. And like, is that because like the team that Khun has is like technically not an official team? I wonder how Lororo will respond to kind of that being like, is that outside of the rules? Is that within the rules? I guess it kind of goes outside of what was already been set up as the rules. I'm just kind of wondering if Lororo will let it slide for like longer than this one round. Will they be able to like continue using this team's help, or will it just be like a one-time thing, at least for this bonus test? That's the end of this part. On to the next one. Okay, episode 24 with Khun still sporting that ponytail. I like how Khun and Bam are just like hanging out on the throne, chatting, laid back, like they didn't just see a death match of any kind. Who's next though? The last teams. It's the last round, which means we have to deal with the mystery team. Interesting. Anyway, final round. Let's see who we have left over. Let's see if there's any interesting characters that will continue with the series. I guess technically the teams don't have to join at all. Like if they don't want to be part of the bonus round, they don't have to be, but I'm assuming a lot of them will join. And it looks like the mystery team is in fact joining. That's a very tall being. I mean, Rock is also quite tall, so maybe it'll be okay, but I worry about Rock. I like him a lot. So 4 teams. I'm not counting bombs. Gotcha. Ooh, I don't know what this is, but I like it. I like the design of it. Are they eyes? Are they gems? Is it a mask? Is it a face? I don't know, but aesthetically I like it. I want to know who this little hooded blonde figure is in the back. Because this is the princess, I'm pretty sure. The other princess of Jihad. And then I feel like it's too easy to be like, hey, the really like big competitor is the irregular, because we know one of them's the irregular. I feel like it's got to be the hooded one, because there's this air of mystery around them. It looks like they're gems. I wonder why. I wonder what the like cultural significance is. I may never know. They might just be a throwaway character for this particular round, and I'll like never see them again, but I can ponder. Does Khun still have his bag team? The other team that was like their allies? Or again, was that just like a one-time thing? Ooh, right in the nose. It looks like the staff the bejeweled mask person had. Yeah, with the like staff thing they got going on. Are they a good fighter? Maybe they will be around for a little while. They seem to be doing okay. I also like staffs in terms of like fighting style. I don't know why. It's just, I guess because, I don't know, I talked about it a little bit with like Anak's fighting style, where I was like, oh, it's kind of like a staff in the way that she's using it. I don't know, I guess because it's like, it's useful for like close combat, but it can also like, you can maintain some distance as well, because it gives you like a better reach, and definitely a better reach than any like bladed weapon, unless it's something like a scythe. I guess also there's like some versatility to it, like you can use it as a weapon, but you can also use it for like I want to say fulcrum, but I don't know if that's right. You can use it as like a pivot if you're going to be using like hand-to-hand combat, which is my favorite fighting style. It's just hand-to-hand combat, but a staff kind of lends itself to be useful in like a few different ways. Maybe that's why I like it. I don't know, I'm just trying to justify it, but truth is, this character, whoever this is, so far, from a purely aesthetic and fighting style way, I like them, but I'm like apprehensive to say that I like them as a character, because I don't know what's under the mask. I don't know who they really are. I don't know what they're gonna do to Bomb. Oof, I feel like from that blur that someone's arm just got whacked with the staff. Ooh, unpleasant for them. Impressive though, for one person to be doing all that. Even Khun is shook. I don't know if I like the hee. They're not on your team. Why are you laughing? Even Khun seems a little bit delighted by there being someone who is aggressive and deadly. I wonder if they can also, if there's any like Shinsu involved with the staff as well, like in terms of, because like Shinsu is like something that kind of like exists just kind of in the atmosphere of the tower, because like they were talking before about like how certain weapons will weigh more, so like a sword of a certain size would be impractical the farther up the tower you get, because the Shinsu gets like denser. So I wonder if they're also able to manipulate the staff with some kind of understanding of Shinsu as well. Is Rock just gonna go for it? Yeah, Rock's definitely gonna pick a fight with the person that just like single-handedly beat up a bunch of people. Of course he is. He's got like a spear though, which is like close to a staff, so I guess like maybe he'll be okay. See, like it almost like levitates the staff, which makes me think that like maybe there's some Shinsu manipulation also happening, or it's something completely different, because again, there's so much world building in this series that like maybe I just haven't gotten to that part yet. See, and they seem to like call it back to them. Also makes me think maybe there's something with Shinsu involved. Very agile though. Uh-oh. I'm concerned that they're next. See, this is what I was saying. I'm like, I don't know if I want to say that I like this character because what are they going to do to Bomb? This is a very important feature in the characters that I like, whether or not they are aggressive towards Bomb. Oh, yeah, they're probably separated now because they're kind of like pulled into the fight, and then the other teammates would also be trying to keep them away from the throne so that like this kind of powerful team member they have would be able to take the crown. I need you to not hurt him though. He's not going to give the crown up, which makes me worried that you are going to hurt him. He has to protect it because he has to win the round. And also his friends are relying on him. I just said you're not allowed to hurt him. I refuse. We're gonna use the Black March. We're gonna try and use the Black March. Where's the spirit entity person? What are they up to? What happened? Oh, is it the hooded figure from the mystery team that is blocking the attack? Where's the mystery team? They haven't gotten involved yet. No, it's the princess. I assume that they're princess, considering the interaction that they had with Anak. I can't remember if that was confirmed or not. Yeah, the leotard is questionable. I like the mask, but the leotard is not the best choice. Seriously, who's the hooded one? Because I still stand by the fact that I think it's Rachel, and I don't know what that'll do to Bob if he finds out. Oh, I'm so worried. The little face. Is it Rachel? Does he know? Oh, see, he knows. I feel like this is gonna end, like, right here. See? I said it from the beginning. People in the comments were like, not every blonde in a ponytail is Rachel. And I'm like, yes, fair enough. But I think this particular one is. I know things. I notice things. Oh, that's the end. Ah! I don't mean to be that person, but I knew it. I knew it was Rachel, or it's something very closely related to Rachel. It does dawn in my brain right now that it could possibly be someone who is like related to Rachel, so they have like a similar voice or whatever. But I'm gonna go with Rachel because we have not been given any information that would tell me that there is a long lost sibling of Rachel's that I should know about. But I mean, I also don't know a lot about her, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. But I remember I said really early on that I'm like, blonde hair and ponytail makes me think Rachel. And I mean, it makes sense that we would like encounter Rachel at some point. I thought maybe it would be later on because it feels like a bit of a like climactic moment. I actually don't know how long this first like season is of Tower of God. I haven't looked in a while to see how long. Like I know like later on the chapters are a lot longer, but if I remember, I think the first season is like not that long. So maybe I should check. Maybe this is like a climactic moment in terms of like this first season. Anyway, I'm kind of upset that we're ending on this cliffhanger and I'm gonna have to like wait a little bit before I can sit down and read the next chapter and kind of figure out, like confirm that it is in fact Rachel. But I definitely feel like it is going to be an important moment for Bomb because obviously he is in the tower because he wants to find her, but also I feel like it's going to be like not a like pleasant reunion. It's just the whole conversation that they had where they were like, you can't betray someone, like that's like the worst thing that you can do is break a promise and betray your friend or betray a girl specifically. That's what was talked about. But anyway, which makes me think that it's foreshadowing that Rachel is going to betray Bomb, especially since I talked about earlier on about how my interpretation of their relationship with each other, which obviously is limited in terms of like my understanding because I haven't seen a lot of them and the only parts of their relationship that I've seen have been like through Bomb's perspective, so obviously they're warped a little bit. But my interpretation was that it was a little bit too like reliant, so I felt like Bomb was very reliant on Rachel, but Rachel was more manipulative of Bomb, so I feel like it's definitely going to be a betrayal moment. Like I feel like the use of Bomb from Rachel's perspective is like non-existent. Bomb needs Rachel. Bomb feels like he needs Rachel because so much of who he is reliant on him being like connected to her, and I don't know if it's necessarily friendship or like even caring deeply about someone, but it does feel very much like he relies on her and he doesn't really know how to function without her there, which is like kind of countered by the fact that he has been functioning without her. So I feel like that's kind of her importance, but there's not like a flip side to that. Like I can't really see how Rachel finds use in Bomb, and I do think that she needs to have some kind of use for him. Maybe she did earlier on when they were like together in this kind of underground cavern thing that was happening, but she definitely has her own teammates now, her own thing going on. She's doing her own thing in the tower, so I don't know if she'll need Bomb, in which case I don't think she'll stick around. So I definitely feel like it's going to be a bit of a soul-crushing moment for Bomb, and I'm not ready for it because, like I was saying, I just went through Thorfinn getting his soul crushed, and now we have Bomb, and I'm like, it's gonna change who he is, and it's gonna take away some of that innocence and that like belief that you can't betray people, and he just like trusts people because he's like, oh, you can't betray people, like you don't betray your friends, so it's fine, like I can just trust people. And it's gonna ruin him, and I'm not ready for it. But I am curious about this like masked leotard wearing character. They seem to have some good fighting skills going on. The fact that I noticed them and I was like, hey, cool like mask design, and then they were like important to the episode makes me a little bit proud too. But hopefully we will get to see like who they are, find out who they are. I feel like they'll probably be important, if not for like the rest of this round, then, well, I guess like they'll probably end up fighting them. But I feel like they'll also like come up later because obviously the people who lose this bonus round aren't like unable to pass to the next level of the tower. Like they'll just have to like go through the challenges normally. So I feel like they will probably come back again, given that they seem to have good fighting skills and we focused on them a little bit. Of course, maybe they won't survive the next chapter. I don't know. There's so much about Tower of God that I'm just like, I don't know. It's surprised me before, so we'll have to wait and see. I did like that we got to learn a little bit more about Khun's briefcase and the fact that it can in fact hold like organic matter or like people. It doesn't look like he duplicated those people that he had in his briefcase that he kind of like stowed away into this part of the tower, but could he though? I still see the potential of that. Are we gonna let the other guy out? I feel like we should let the other guy out. It just concerns me. It concerns me that there's like a being that is just like trapped in the suitcase. And I don't know why I'm worried so much about it. I just feel like it's gonna come back later. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. You can click this playlist to see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you don't miss the next time that I post a Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!